both the Japanese way and the global way. Make sure that it satisfies both sides.
Can you do that?
Sometimes it's difficult because it means sometimes really duplicating effort. Catering for the Japanese way, catering for the global way. Sometimes it means that really getting apart and doing things double, providing documentation, explanations, communications for the
Oh
global.
yeah, I did in Accenture before.
Hmm.
I worked with American people, but to sell the job to Japanese company, so American people cannot sell them. So daytime we worked American, and at night we adjusted to Japanese way to persuade Japanese company client to pay executive. It's a tremendous work I did. So we could not get agreement with American people,
Right.
thinking approach, right?
Right. Right. But you didn't make any compromise to the Japanese way of working. You basically delivered according to the Japanese expectations. Cannot do that because I don't have that many resources to 100% fulfill.
So how are you going to do?
When it collides, when it really collides, and I don't have enough resources, then I escalate. Basically, putting both expectations, providing a solution that will stay within our budget, and ask ultimately the decision makers to decide. Because it's always basically it's a matter of money, right? If you want to do that, if you have enough time, then basically just put in endless resources and make both sides happy. But it will kill your budget, and basically people don't want to spend more money than is available in the budget. So I can't just go about and satisfy everybody. It's impossible. But I need to fight every day.
Right. For example, what kind of aspect differences among both of you?
Well, the whole communication, the level of detail required, the way that we but everything from the flow of the events to the level of hospitality that is needed. Like even we even have arguments about the buses and about the arrival times. Everything is being challenged.
Really?
Everything.
Really?
So
means Japanese people say more accurate information.
Yep. More accurate, more finite information, and there is like, oh my god, everything is being challenged. And so I thought I was kind of middle of the road, but I'm more of a global person than a Japanese person. So I need to deal with that. But I have a lot of pushback from the Japanese society. The problem is that basically this project started as a global project. That means that we're also working with an outside party who is basically a specialist in sponsoring events and promoting events the global way. We have invested a lot of money in hiring this organization. But as the time progressed, we saw that initially that our leadership had asked them, okay, please support us because we don't have experience in organizing such a big event, and we cannot do that. So they kind of promised to organize the entire event. They can't do that because they don't have basically the people on the ground, the communication skills to negotiate with outside vendors and understand the way that things work here. So then we started to get Japanese people involved in this project, and we realized that this is never going to happen. And one of the main sponsors, the head of the assurance division, she started to move away and started to support the Japanese way. So actually, our vendor they started to push back, and then the project manager that was put on the project, she very strongly pushed the Japanese way. Then what happened is that the global party was kind of pushed out, and we were only doing the Japanese way. There, the head of advisory, he is he's a European guy, and he really started to fight back, and actually he forced the project manager out and put me in. So yeah, もう大変. So we already, I'm the third project manager on this project.
Sir.
もう大変.
Next month we're going to start.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's fun. Therefore, I sometimes wish that basically not everything that I would do would be challenged.
You can get good skill.
It's a very good learning experience. Very good learning experience. Because like everyone who is anyone is involved in this, because like all the top people, they bring their top clients to Japan. So everybody has a stake in this, and I need to negotiate with everyone. So there are like APAC leader of advisory who wants to cancel his tickets, but I need to argue with him that he can't cancel his tickets.
So it might be you can get more evaluated by global members.
Yeah.
This means you're lucky.
I'm lucky. So yeah, well, if I don't screw up.
No, you don't screw up. Now you're a very good communicator, so you can solve the problem.
So far, so good. What I'm worried about is that actually it takes time to do it this way. I know, and we are getting very close, but everything is changed.
But I tell you that the limit date is date,
Right.
And event is coming anyway.
Yeah.
But kind of, struggle is happening, but end date is end date.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you were moving around attending the event?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't move around that much because we don't cover all the events. So we only cover events in Tokyo, in Yokohama, in Shizuoka. So not in like Hokkaido and Kumamoto, etc. So we don't have any special activities. We have some tickets for some people who want to attend, but no hospitality. So there will be no global people coming to these events.
Oh, you try to do some hospitality for those people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Additionally, you can get to know them.
Yeah.
Very good.
No.
So you can come this school more 3 weeks. Okay.
The Japanese way, the problem is bigger than I thought.
Really?
Yeah, the problem is bigger than I thought. People are really set on their own way. They don't want to. They don't want to compromise anything.
They don't want to compromise.
No.
Why they don't want to
I think
compromise?
it's just. I mean, of course, it is a risk for everybody. You bring people to your event. That means that you're kind of letting your control, giving it into the hands of others. And we need to make sure that they have a good experience. That means that, like normally even, it's difficult for different departments like advisory and assurance to work together because they don't want to risk that actually their valued client will have bad service from the assurance department, for example. So they don't even introduce them. If they're a good client, they just hold on to them. That's the kind of attitude. So they don't. Basically, there's a general attitude of absolutely taking zero risk when it comes to treating your accepting zero risk when it comes to treating your client. Where in global, they say, "Oh, it's going to be fantastic. We're going to have a fantastic event, and don't worry about it. Don't. This is going to be great." And don't give them so much information. They don't care. They don't read it anyway. Just go ahead. But the general attitude is really okay. Global perception is can do, gonna be great, let's make it happen. Versus the Japanese way as nothing is possible unless it's perfect. So you rather don't do it than do it, than give it like we only accept 100% performance if it's going to be 90% done. It's going to be evaluated poorly.
Simple. This is what my speech for Mr. Matsuda discussion, and I talking about Chinese thinking approach, American thinking approach, Japanese isolated, and Japanese Korean sluggish. Japanese too much emotional, should be calmed down. Don't discuss the same eye level. You need to consider for that country is smaller than us. We are not equal, so we need to take care of them instead of just try to debate against their opinion. So, but they do not. They try to beat them more. No, don't do that. And Japanese is, I don't know, their mind is very smaller than before World War II. Their mind, small people.
Well, obviously, if you're prepared to go to war, that's definitely, you can only do that if you have a can-do mentality. Because there are so many chances that you will fail. So the only reason you will be able to do it is that you stretch yourself and say, okay, well, we'll make it happen.
You mean war?
War. Starting a war. I mean, that is really taking a huge risk.
I'm talking about, like, for example, Japan, Korea, flag is Japanese need to consider for them, not them as equal. Okay, they are weaker than us, and we need to consider their history with China. They had several thousand years struggling with China, beaten, and their mentality is he just not here.
Oh, is he there?
Yeah, so I need to go into start.
Okay.
Okay, by the way, Takashi just whenever he's coming back, let's talking about his voice. We expect you to fix it. Maybe his side is she needs to check something.
Right.
And also she can talk with her daughter in Tokyo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and every day
no problem.
He told me, but I think some problem.
Maybe his jack is not entirely plugged in. That could be very simple. Could be very simple solution. Well, I assume that he has a better quality. It's probably USB.
You can talk to him.
Ah, there he is.
Okay, so come here. Come here.
Bang.
Would you mind stopping it forちょっと寒い。